Hey guys, it's Dawn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I don't know about anyone else, but I feel like Preptober and NaNoWriMo kind of snuck up on me this year. But I am very, very excited because this is kind of my favorite time of year for the writing community, just because it's a great time to connect with other writers. You get a lot of words written in November if everything goes well. And then it's just kind of a nice last wind of motivation leading into the new year. So yes, I will be participating in NaNoWriMo this year. My project, without further ado, will not surprise anyone who's been here for a while. I'm going to continue working on my full novel draft of The Elf and the Goblin. If you don't know, The Elf and the Goblin is a novella that I wrote for Amara Franklin's Indie Bookworm book box. And then I fell in love with the idea, and now I'm developing it into a full expanded novel with a more complicated plot, a wider cast of characters, wider setting, all that kind of jazz. And I'm having way too much fun writing this story. So the concept of the story, before I get into the actual plot, is gunpowder fantasy meets Pride and Prejudice with elves and goblins. The story follows our main character, Ildrana Natsumaro, as she tries to infiltrate the new Hadravshan Republic, which was a break-off country of goblins that rebelled against the Empire 5 years previous to the start of our story. Her father, a high-ranking officer in the Imperial Army, arranged a sort of probationary betrothal to an important politician in the Republic. So during this probationary period, while Ildrana is going to be living in the Republic with this goblin, she's supposed to try to collect information about who the important players are in the government and what it would take for the Republic to be convinced to side with the Empire in kind of an unfolding new rebellion in a different part of the Empire. Without getting into a lot of nitty-gritty political detail, her father thinks that if the Republic were to publicly declare support for the Empire in this new conflict, that it would undermine the support of the rebellion and they would be able to crush it faster and not deal with another splinter country. So the novel opens with Ildrana actually meeting her betrothed, which obviously she's very anxious about. She doesn't know a lot about him other than he's a grizzly war veteran who was instrumental in the victory of the Republic against the Empire. So in the story, I'm sort of playing this balancing act between the romance between Ildrana and her betrothed and then the actual wider political plot line, because I don't necessarily want it to just be branded as a fantasy romance. Not that I have anything against that. I really enjoy fantasy romance, but I want to have a slightly wider audience than just the fantasy romance crowd. So it's just a sort of hard balancing act, making sure I'm doing enough of the world building and the actual political plot line to please broader epic fantasy readers, and then doing enough of the romance plotline to please fantasy romance readers, if that makes sense, because I would like both types of readers to be able to enjoy this story. So we'll see if I'm successful when I send it to beta readers and get their feedback. But anyways, I'm sort of loosely using Save the Cat as the basis of my outline. I don't follow it super strictly. I use it more as like a troubleshooting guide, but I do find that the resource is helpful when you're talking about your book on AuthorTube, because a lot of people have read it, and so they have this sort of frame of reference when you talk about the beats. So right now I'm in the second act and I am in the fun and games beat. I'm about halfway through that beat, I would say. So I think I will hit the halfway point of the novel during October. By the way, I'm going to be writing all during October leading up to November, so there won't be a lot of outlining happening this month, even though I do have to tweak some things in my outline. But yeah, I will be doing a lot of writing and then even more writing in November. So when I'm filming right now, it's still September, of course. I'm trying to hit 80,000 words by the end of September. And then I want to write another 40,000 words in October, which will bring my total to around 120,000 words. And then obviously in November, I will be shooting for the traditional 5,000 words. I wish the traditional 50,000 words, which I think will either finish the draft, or we'll bring it very, very close to the end, which in that case, I can just hurry and crank it out in December, because I would really like to have the manuscript like printed and spiral bound so that I can do a read through by the end of December. So that is the plan for Preptober. So like I said, there is going to be a little bit of outlining happening because I changed some things around in the middle of the book. I had to delete a section because after kind of reflecting on it, I felt like it would mess up the pacing of the novel and it just wouldn't really add anything to either the political plotline or the romance plotline. So have to cut that, and then because I'm cutting that, I have to rework a couple other things. So that's the only outline I'm going to be doing this month, because otherwise my outline is done. There just needs a little more detail here and there. And then I am going to be trying to hit that 40,000 additional words this month. So that is the plan for Preptober. I don't think it's horribly ambitious because I have been writing a lot these past couple months and it seems to be going well for me. I've been able to keep up with it and not get overwhelmed. So I'm hoping going into NaNoWriMo already being able to hit like 30 or 40,000 words consistently in a month, I'll be warmed up for the big 50K, if that makes sense. We'll see. It's always a little hard because I feel like when you first start NaNoWriMo, you have a lot of excitement and motivation just because it's such a big event. And then it's very easy to get burnt out within the first like couple weeks of the month. So hopefully that doesn't happen, because I would really, really, really love to finish this draft in November if I can. It will be awkward though if I do finish it before I hit the 50K mark for NaNoWriMo, because then I don't know what I'm gonna do. So we'll have to see about that. So those are my plans for Preptober and NaNoWriMo. I'm feeling very optimistic, very excited about how it's going to go. But you know, things can always happen. But I would love to hear what you guys are going to be doing. Let me know down in the comments, or if you've uploaded a video about it, let me know so I can go check it out when I have time, because I'm really bad at watching videos, let's be honest. But I'm super excited to hear what you guys are doing, or if you're participating, or if you're being a Nano Rebel, whatever you're doing, because I love the community aspect of NaNoWriMo. So I'm excited to hear about everybody's plans. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned for all the other Preptober videos I'm going to be doing this month. Next week should be my updated outlining video. I did one last year, which I'll link in the cards in the meantime, but I have refined my process since then and added some more useful steps, I think. So I will be doing an updated video and uploading that, I hope, next week, so that if you need it, you can use it before the end of the month. I make no promises about vlogging in November because, as anyone who's been here for a while knows, I suck at vlogging. I am not aesthetic. I'm not good at remembering to vlog things. My life isn't that interesting from day to day a lot of times, so it's really just not visually appealing, if that makes sense. So I make no promises, but I will try to vlog at least something. At the very least, you will get a video at the end saying whether or not I won. So there you go. Anyways, once again, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week and an amazing Preptober. And as always, happy writing. Bye.